Hey, I'm Joey, and this is a quick devotional to help fill your news feed with more of Jesus. Psalm 52, 8-9 says this: "But I am like a green olive tree. In the house of God I trust in the steadfast love of God forever and ever. I thank you forever because you have done it. I will wait for your name, for it is good in the presence of the godly." Earlier in this psalm, the writer describes a man who is deceitful and who has a lot of really bad things to say coming out of his mouth. And I think the end part of this psalm really connects to the start of this psalm, where it says, "But I am like a green olive tree in the house of God." I think for God there is something antithetical about somebody who lies and says a whole bunch of horrible things with their mouth and somebody who trusts in God. The two don't work together. And I think this is why. Because when we are in the presence of God, when we're planted in the presence of God, we can't help but be changed. Our character gets transformed and doesn't look the same. It's kind of like this. Say you go to the gym and you lift weights. If you're going through the motions and actually lifting weights and doing exercises, you can't help but get in shape. You can't help but gain muscle. The same is true with encouraging people. If you surround yourself with encouraging and great people, you can't help but become somebody who is maybe encouraging and becomes a great person. And the same is true with this verse and with God and trusting in God. It is that if we are planted in the presence of God and our trust is in the steadfast love of God, then we can't help but look differently. And we should really want that and really desire to look differently. It's not that we're really pursuing a character transformation. That's not what I think it's about. I think it's about pursuing God's presence and trusting in God, and a result of that is that we're changed and our character is changed. If we go back to the gym illustration, it's not that I really want to gain muscle but I don't do anything else. You don't gain muscle just through wanting to gain muscle. You gain muscle through working out. And the same is true with the presence of God. We gain good character not by wanting to gain good character, but simply through pursuing God's presence.